Welcome, fellow legal eagles and armchair adventurers, to a deep dive into the wonderfully weird world of interstate resource disputes. Prepare yourselves, because the legal battles we're about to explore are so bizarre, you'll question the very fabric of reality. I mean, seriously, some of these cases are so outlandish, you'll spit out your coffee. We're talking about water rights, folks, oil and gas reserves, even sand. Yes, sand. The seemingly endless conflict over who owns what, and more importantly, who gets to exploit it, has led to some truly epic courtroom clashes. Think of it as the Wild West, but instead of six-shooters, we have subpoenas, and instead of dusty saloons, we have hallowed halls of justice. And believe me, the drama is just as intense. Let's start with water, the lifeblood of any civilization, and the source of countless interstate squabbles. Take the Colorado River, for instance. This life-giving artery flows through 7 states, each with its own thirsty population and equally thirsty agricultural sector. For decades, these states have been locked in a complex dance of cooperation and conflict, constantly negotiating and litigating over water allocations. It's a delicate balancing act, a high-stakes game of water poker, where the stakes are literally the survival of entire communities. And let me tell you, the bluffs are breathtaking. One particularly memorable case involved a dispute over groundwater. 2 states, locked in a seemingly endless battle over a shared aquifer, found themselves in court, armed with hydrological studies that contradicted each other. Their lawyers, meanwhile, engaged in a battle of wits that would make even the sharpest legal minds sweat. I wonder what planet the judge was on when they delivered that verdict, because honestly, the logic was, let's just say, unconventional. Now let's move on to the black gold, oil and gas. These fossil fuels have fueled economies and ignited wars, and they've certainly ignited their fair share of legal battles between states. Think of the battles over offshore drilling rights, the endless arguments over pipeline routes, and the jurisdictional wrangling over who gets to tax the profits. These aren't just about money, folks. They're about state sovereignty, about control over vital resources, and about the very definition of what it means to be a powerful player in the American energy market. One case that springs to mind involved a particularly contentious dispute over a massive offshore oil field. 2 states, both claiming ownership, engaged in a years-long legal battle that involved a mountain of geological data, expert testimony from geologists who looked like they'd stepped straight out of an Indiana Jones movie, and a courtroom drama so intense it could have been a blockbuster film. The lawyers, of course, were fantastic. Their arguments, however, were sometimes, shall we say, less than convincing. The whole thing was a masterclass in legal maneuvering, but also a testament to the sheer absurdity of it all. But it's not just about the big-ticket items like water and oil. We're talking about smaller, seemingly less significant resources that have also sparked interstate conflict. Remember the sand wars? Yes, you heard that right. Sand. This seemingly ubiquitous material, crucial for construction and manufacturing, has become a source of contention between states with abundant supplies and those facing shortages. The legal battles over sand extraction rights are a testament to the fact that even the most commonplace resources can become the subject of intense legal battles. Who knew sand could be so controversial? And let's not forget the battles over air quality. Believe it or not, states have sued each other over pollution that crosses state lines, arguing over responsibility for cleaning up the air we breathe. These cases often involve complex scientific evidence, intricate modeling of pollution plumes, and a whole lot of finger-pointing. The sheer audacity of some of the arguments presented is enough to make your head spin. These legal battles aren't just about the resources themselves. They're about the power dynamics between states, about the balance of power in a federal system. They reveal the complexities of interstate relations, the challenges of resource management, and the often absurd realities of legal systems trying to navigate these complex issues. The drama, the legal maneuvering, the sheer absurdity of it all. It's a testament to the fact that even in the 21st century, the fight over resources can be as brutal and as captivating as anything out of a Western. And the thing is, these legal battles are far from over. As our population grows, as climate change intensifies, and as competition for resources intensifies, we can expect even more of these interstate disputes to erupt. The fight for resources is a fight for survival, a fight for economic prosperity, a fight for the very future of our states. And the legal battles that accompany these fights will undoubtedly continue to provide us with years of dramatic and often hilarious entertainment. So buckle up, folks, the show's far from over. Let's delve a little deeper into the specific mechanisms of these legal battles. Often, these cases involve complex interpretations of federal and state laws, requiring judges to navigate a tangled web of legal precedents and jurisdictional boundaries. The cases are often long and drawn out, involving years of litigation, mountains of evidence, and armies of lawyers. It's a legal heavyweight championship bout, with state attorneys general throwing haymakers in the form of legal arguments. One fascinating aspect is the role of expert witnesses. Hydrologists, geologists, economists. These experts are brought in to provide scientific and economic analyses to support their state's claims. Their testimony can be crucial in swaying the judge's decision, but it also adds another layer of complexity to these already convoluted cases. Sometimes, the clash of expert opinions is almost as entertaining as the legal arguments themselves. It's like watching a scientific debate, but with much higher stakes. Furthermore, the outcome of these cases can have significant economic and political ramifications. A ruling in favor of one state can mean billions of dollars in revenue, or conversely, crippling economic hardship. It can also affect the political power dynamics between states, shifting the balance of influence within the federal system. The stakes are incredibly high, and the pressure on the judges and lawyers is immense. Think about the implications for water rights, for instance. A ruling that favors one state's claim to a shared water resource could have devastating consequences for downstream states, leading to water shortages, economic disruption, and even social unrest. The potential consequences of these legal battles are far-reaching and profound. And this brings us to the inherent tension between state sovereignty and federal authority. These cases often test the limits of federal power in regulating interstate resources. The balance between state control and federal oversight is a constant source of tension and debate, and these legal battles serve as a crucial battleground for this ongoing struggle. It's a delicate dance, a constant negotiation between the rights of individual states and the interests of the nation as a whole. Finally, let's not forget the role of compromise and negotiation. While litigation is a significant part of these interstate disputes, it's not the only mechanism. Often, states find themselves engaging in protracted negotiations, seeking to reach mutually agreeable solutions that avoid the costly and time-consuming process of litigation. These negotiations can be just as complex and dramatic as the courtroom battles, involving intricate compromises and delicate balancing acts. Sometimes, a negotiated settlement is the most practical and efficient way to resolve these resource conflicts. It's a win-win situation, avoiding the bitterness of a legal defeat. But let's be honest, sometimes the drama of the courtroom is just too tempting to resist. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the bizarre and often hilarious world of interstate resource disputes. From water wars to sand battles, these legal clashes reveal the complexities of resource management, the power dynamics between states, and the sometimes absurd realities of our legal system. And who knows, maybe next time we'll explore the legal battles over clouds. Stay tuned.